Happy New Year, Aquarius. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, so we just had this Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, and we had these planets moving out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. And this conjunction where they met at 0 degrees of Aquarius has not happened in 800 years. So that's fascinating. You know, the world as we know it is shifting and changing. So I think the most fundamental message that I can convey today and as we move into 2021 is to be open, to release and let go of whatever ideologies you have about how the world has existed up until this point, and really find inspiration in magical, beautiful experiences that might look like something you wouldn't necessarily think is an inspiration. For example, I met a little girl last week. She is a 4-year-old little girl. Sadly, she was born addicted to drugs and with a club foot. She spent the first year of her life in a cast and has been being raised by a family member because her mother has relinquished her parental rights. So the little girl has been being raised by a family member who is now terminally ill and will be dying from what these doctors are saying any day now. The little girl has never been exposed really to the public. She doesn't have any friends. She has never been to school. And when I met her the other day, last week, she was the most magical little being. She was so full of love and so interested and so willing and open to be interested in what was going on around her, considering the circumstances of her very short, difficult life. She inspired me. She made me think, wow, there is so much to be grateful for. There is so much opportunity. When we look at our lives and we complain about the most obnoxious bullshit, and then I see this little girl who is just so profoundly at peace. It inspired me to really focus on what can I have gratitude in? What am I really experiencing in life that is that difficult? And as you know, we transition into this new year and we look back at 2020 and we hear all the difficult and challenging experiences that people have had to go through. By and large, it has not been an easy 2020. And as we move into 2021, the opportunity to really stand in gratitude and really be open to infinite possibilities is what makes life so profound. That we have the opportunity to really be peaceful and come from our heart-centered space, to be open, to experience newness and unity consciousness, and be this space to transform into any possible loving human. Okay, so I think 2021 is this exciting time to be open to change and to let go of whatever nonsensical bullshit that we, have self-created. And there is this new opportunity for innovation, particularly around energy. Not only in terms of how the world is structured, in terms of like how we have innovation in our technologies, but also innovation in the way that we experience the world in our consciousness, and really standing in a space of grace and gratitude and finding what inspires us to pull us forward. So Aquarius, I say all that to say to you, this energy for you in particular, your sign in particular, is going to feel incredibly heightened because we have these planets now in this energy, in this Aquarian energy. So lessons, experiences around lessons and experiences around expansion are going to be very powerful for you in the upcoming, in the next several months of this year. So really be grateful, gracious, inspired. Look for inspiration. Look for it in places that you wouldn't even know existed. Like I said, last week I was inspired by a 4-year-old girl who was so happy and so loving, considering the most difficult and detrimental of circumstances. All she wanted to do was love and sing. We sang a song. She told me about her day. She was just the most magical little creature that inspired me to really open my heart, because even in her most difficult life and her most difficult circumstances, all she was love. So if that can resonate into translating, moving forward into 2021, put things into perspective. Stand in a place of perspective. Stand in a place of grace and gratitude. Know that this earthly energy that we have been living in, this sort of top-down, regulatory, order, logical, conservative, controlled, limited perspective is now going to be changing and shifting into something that feels freer. We're going to be focusing on future, newness, innovation, radical, rebellious revolution, allowing for space and time to not exist, to live in the 5D, to experience life in that space, to be insightful, to be breakthroughing, deregulating instability. Okay? All right, so let's see where we go with this Aquarius. What a magical opportunity. What a beautiful experience that we get to be a part of. So, slow and steady wins the race. Scarab beetle, magic works through you. Yes, I love it. Otter, we are never alone. You are never alone. Okay. Aquarius, take your time. Work through this thoughtfully, with intentionality. Be open. This is the most important thing I can say. Be open. Be open. It doesn't have to look like the way you think it has up until this point. There is a possibility that things can transform in ways you can't even fathom. So allow that to magically manifest and trust that you will be able to work through this energy. You know, when you're in the 5D, we're all connected. Unity consciousness. You might feel like you might have this feeling of being alone, but you're not. We're all together in this. We're all doing this together. We're all in this experience, and we can stay anchored in love. We can stay inspired and passionate. And if you're having a hard time tapping into that energy, then you need to do some work. You need to lean in. You need to lean in. You need to let go of whatever earthly, tangible rigidity that has kept you being in a particular cycle, and be open to something new. Be open to some newness. Face your fears. Be willing to explore new realms of possibility. All right. Page of Cups. What is your heart desire? What kind of illumination is coming through you? What kind of downloads are you getting right now? Because there is a new cycle beginning here. And you don't necessarily see what's on the horizon. But okay, so wow. Page of Cups, Four of Swords, World, Moon, Magician, Hermit, King of Wands, Tower. Yep, the world as you know it is crumbling around you. It has to. It has to. In order for something new to be cultivated and learned, you have to let go of whatever continuous cycle you have been living in perpetually. It's trapping you. And it's causing you to be, it's disillusioned. Yeah, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, there is an opportunity for you to really move away from whatever disillusioned way of thinking that you have equated to happiness. That you have haven't been there's a particular mindset that you've been trapped in, and it's time for you to really trust the process and face your fears and manifest something new around inspiration. And it's time to really go inside, do some work on your internal self so that the world around you needs to be deconstructed so that you can learn some new things about how these particular mindset or sets, however you see the world, has trapped you in a particular cycle, and it hasn't really fortified a fulfilling life for yourself. And now it's time for you to actually let go of that. Let the world around you crumble. Okay, I heard that somebody's saying that today. There's needs to be, and it needs to erode away in order for something new to be created and cultivated around you. Otherwise, I mean, you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. But there is an opportunity here for you to move away from, rather quickly, the disillusionment of what has been satisfying, what you think has given you joy, toward a new choice, a new opportunity for you to really cultivate something like from a place of inspiration, a tangible new opportunity for you to have an awakening and coming to a new truth, a new reality, a new opportunity here. That's loud. That's a really loud message here. I see Virgo, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, fire sign. There's a pretty good amount of fire energy here. You could be dealing with a fire sign. I think this Pisces energy here, that's you really focusing on facing the unknown, the mystery, the fear, being open to infinite possibilities, being open to being inspired by something that you wouldn't necessarily think would inspire you, because that's really what you need. You need some inspiration. That's loud. That is very loud here. That fiery, inspired Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, 9 of Wands. There's some things that are coming to an end, and some new things need to be cultivated. And this is where the work needs to be manifested, okay? So what are the blocks? What are the blocks for you actually creating this new experience for yourself? And where are we going? And what messages does Spirit have for you? Okay, you guys, I hope this reading resonated. I'm going to do an extended version. If you want to keep joining me, the link is below. Happy 2021. Aquarius. There is some new energy here on the horizon that needs to be cultivated. Let's see where we're going with this. I hope that you are standing powerfully in your heart-centered space. Stay anchored there. If you want to continue to see where this reading goes, the link is below. Otherwise, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys. Ciao.